This video app review is brought to you by the iPhoneAppReview.com.
What's up, everybody? This is Luke Patrick with the AndroidAppsReview.com. Today we're taking a look at an application called Xeno Quest that I have loaded up right here ready to go. Without any further ado, we're just going to jump straight into the action, kind of show you how this works. Before we do that, I guess I will mention this is a new MMORPG that's available in the the Google Play Store. The Android Play Store, however you want to call it. It's available for free right now, and you can grab it at any point in time if you want to play along at home while we go through this. Alright, so let's go ahead and jump in and show you how this thing works. I am being told to click, so I'm going to go ahead and do this, and you can see my character right here. I'm named Duke Pete, as well as my companion. This is what the combat looks like with my companion, who is an NPC, and then me as well. Since this is an MMORPG, obviously, eventually you can add yourself to various scenarios where you will have real companions. That is, people that are playing alongside you. Sorry, I'm skipping through some of the more tedious dialogue there just to kind of get ahead. And I've just had an upgrade. Like all MMORPGs, there's a lot of upgrading, there's a lot of leveling involved. There's also a lot of text. There's a story involved here that you can follow along with if you want. One of the only real downsides to this game is actually that the translations are a little weird. Sometimes the grammar can be off, but not a huge complaint. As a speaker of different languages, I understand that. It's completely okay. Either way, lots of story here if you want it. And a ton of items. That's quite nice as well. So now we're going to have to deal with this guy. Alright, there we go. But in standard MMORPG fashion, of course, you are going to be gaining items, you're going to be gaining loot, and you're going to be gaining levels. All of these things mean that you will slowly upgrade your character so that the combat is more intense, you can progress to different levels, etc. Up until you hit the end game and you are absolutely destroying your opponents. So there you go, that's more samples of the combat. If you'll notice, I'm not doing anything in the combat. This is a point that we'll talk about more in just a second. But though it is turn-based, there's no real direct interference from you as far as that goes. So I've just cleared a stage, which is kind of a extended quest. So I get to claim a reward. Let's get that. And I've just gotten well, no, actually it's a pretty good amount. Okay, cool. And then we're going to load the next section, and we'll go from there. So obviously there are different missions. This is the sort of main arena area where you can check out new missions, find other players. And in a very World of Warcraft inspired way, you've got different icons above the heads of these people. So for instance, I can see that he has a quest for me. I can see that this is a shop. So if I want to go inspect that, I can actually shop. And here's a great assortment of items for me to choose from. So I can get boots, I can upgrade my armor, I can do any of this stuff. I am a mage, so actually I can only wear so many things. Of course, in standard RPG fashion, that's the typical rules apply. I can't wear certain heavy armors. I have to wear things that apply to me. And of course I can't buy outside of my budget, but I've got 120k, so let's buy some stuff. We'll actually buy back. We can do that as well. Anyway, you get the feel for it. And of course, as you go through, you'll accrue items. And you can sell these as you go. So I've got these that I can sell. Super bag of gold, stardust, blah, 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 bronze key. I probably don't want to sell any of this, so we're just going to back out. But again, main area has all this stuff. There's also a bar if you want to jump in there. You can do that. Go to the bar and check it out. There we go. Various other power-ups and items. Again, a lot more detail to this than any sort of other mobile-based MMORPG that we've seen. There's a whole lot of richness. You do have to get a feel for it. There's quite a lot that will be thrown at you right off the bat. For instance, Legion is a different aspect of the game that's more PvP focused. You can click this for more info about Legion. And then territory is another aspect that's involved here. So you can bid on legions, but I don't actually want to do that. Etc., etc. But for the most part, when you first start, you'll be mostly dealing with quests. So I've got a quest going on at the moment. You can also change your formations. So within this, I can change my formations array. I can do armor array or shield array, and then I can also just move my various party members around, etc. And actually, I don't really want to do that. I would think I want to move him into the first position. So there we go. That's done. You can save these and return at any point. Alright, with that in mind, let's go ahead and keep up with the quest. You do get login rewards for coming back frequently and for playing, or for coming back after an extended period of time as well. you can do that. Of course, inventory, if you want to add these, you can do this. Let's go ahead and add everything that I can. I think that may be all that I can add at this point in time. Yes. So there you go. It's guiding me. It will guide you through the initial steps, and then you'll go from quest to quest until you've leveled up quite a bit. Other things to mention, of course, there are guilds. That kind of social interaction is present here, though if you'll notice, I've yet to really interact with any of the other players that are around me. That's not a bad thing at all, actually, because that means that I can play the game without specifically going out to find other people. And if I want to do that, if I want to play the game by myself for a bit just to level up or just to grind and gain some levels, that is totally acceptable. It's hardly a problem, and the game doesn't punish you for being a lone wolf, I guess is what I'm saying. Other points of interest, you can buy additional items via in-app purchase if you so desire. I don't so desire, but I'd rather just play the game, but you could if you wanted to. That's in here. And again, you do get those bonuses for popping in every now and then, so I can claim these and then get additional stuff that's just been thrown into my bag. Feel for that. The animations are just pitch perfect. Everything about this has been engineered to be pretty seamless and very graphically pleasing. The aesthetics of this are just perfect. So with all of that in mind, I guess we're going to go ahead and give you some final thoughts. After spending quite a bit of time with this, it's a fun game. It has a lot of potential. It's fun to level up. It's fun to do all the standard sort of things that you would expect from an MMO. The graphics are simply gorgeous. The price tag is right. Our only real complaint with the application is actually the combat. As you can see right now, we're in the midst of a combat situation, and I'm not really involved. That's in fact our only complaint, and that's probably not going to change, we're assuming, with the way that this is coded, and that's okay. It's just something to be aware of. It's not a huge bummer. Though if you get into the later in-game content, it's a lot less like raiding in World of Warcraft, where there's an immense amount of strategy involved. There's a lot more just accruing of loot, etc. Either way, not a huge deal breaker. This is a mobile platform. This is not an Xbox or a high-powered PC. We're not terribly upset. And the richness that's involved here in terms of item and graphics quality, hardly a thing to complain about. All right, so with all that in mind, we really do like the app. We're going to give Xeno Quest a solid 4.5 out of 5 from us here in the Android Apps Review. And if this is your bag, and it most definitely is mine, I do love me some MMOs, then there's no reason not to jump on this. It's free. And again, it's a 4.5 out of 5 for the app. And that's all I have to say about it. I'm going to keep playing, as you guys should too. All right, I'm going to go ahead and sign up, but we'll see you guys later. Bye.